Hello, we're live. Hello, everyone. Sorry we're late. I know this is going to be a late show here, but we're glad to be here, and we've got a great show planned. And so I'm just gonna get right into it. Um, Here, and we're joined with Brian McFarland, Sandy, and Teresa, of course. And all right, so see what I got here. I
Yes, welcome, Brian. Sorry, I couldn't get to the mute button.
That's okay. Hi, everyone.
Okay, since Brian's here, we'll just go. I'll just talk about this gum first. Okay, bear with me. It's gonna take a little bit. My computer thing's slowed down. I don't know why. Okay, this is a picture I noticed of gum, and I was just wondering. I recognize all this gum, but does anyone know of airwaves? I've never heard of it. Never heard of
Never heard
airwaves.
of it in my life.
Never.
Yeah. And it's here with all this popular gum. And I believe Brian and I know that I noticed the effect of hold on, get out of there. Yeah, the extra, the E, and then he said he knew about that one, right, Brian? The E?
Yeah, the E is curved now, and the
Just,
E and the X are kind of
yeah,
merging.
yeah. They are, it's looking weird. It's not, that doesn't look right at all. The E, what is that supposed to be? It just goes up over there. So anyway, this is an old effect, Mandela effect. I know fruit stripe. This was my favorite gum when I was young, and I know it had an S on it. It was fruit stripes with an S, fruit stripes, and that's an old one. But I just wanted to get that out there again. Okay, here's the gum extra with a curve in it, which is weird. Okay, this is what. Does anyone remember dentine with the T and Y like that? And I don't know what that red thing is. I guess
Hey, can you
That's
pull up Logopedia?
that's the dentine. That's the dentine ice. I think that red dot had something to do with the ice. Let me look it up. I'll be right back.
yeah, but the T and Y is all weird. It's
Oh,
cut
yeah, it's
this
all
way,
messed
cut
up.
that way. Never saw it like that before. So she's gonna look up what that is. Halls. Okay, Halls. We all know Halls, but past that, there is also Hall's gum. I've never heard of this. Let's see
Never.
it.
I've never
Have
heard
you
of
ever heard
Hall's
of
gum.
Hall's gum? No. That is weird. Hmm.
I
Hall's
found
gum
new
is
issue.
nice.
You know what, Curiouser? When you're done your folder, you should go to the link that I'm going to give you for Logopedia. There's a
Okay.
lot more issues with dentine than you're aware of.
Oh no. Okay.
It's not just
Wow.
that dentine ice thing.
All right, I'll
That
go
that
to
logo you were
that.
showing is from,
Uh huh.
but that logo you were showing is from 2018 on. It's been like that for
Uh
four
huh.
years. I've never seen that with the red dot. But there's
Wow.
more,
Me
so I'm going to
neither.
send you the link. We can talk about
All
it
right,
after you're
great.
done your folders.
Cat acne. Has anyone heard of this? I know I haven't.
I've heard of
That
them
is
getting single pimples, but not what you
black
found. Uh-uh.
black dots or dirt on your cat's chin, red bumps, chin acne, often called cat acne. It is a disease in which the hair follicles, usually one on the cat's chin, produce too much keratin and become plugs. Okay, this is the symptoms. They may appear as red pimples. Wow. So anyway, I've never heard of this. It's weird. Chronic causes of cat acne is a poorly understood disorder that's related to overproduction of keratin destruction that makes up the outer layer of the skin. Okay. Alright, interesting. Now, go here. This is one I wanted to briefly share. I know Sandy covered this a long time ago, but I just noticed this with my game. It's really old. I've had for many, many years, but I've kept it, just because I don't know why I kept it. But anyways, so this, I remember there was clearly the square in there. It just does not like, I can't remember how it used to look, but,
Wait, Curiouser?
it was, huh?
I didn't cover that square. That's all you. I covered grand with a D,
That's
Turismo.
Sandy's
Oh, okay.
name. Sandy's
Grand,
The
name.
grand.
with a D. Okay, yeah, it was
Yeah.
grand with a D Turismo. Grand
Yes.
Turismo. I believe there may have been an O in Tour also. And yeah, this whole logo up here is different. It has changed quite a bit. So, because it's so old, I can't say that I remember.
Yeah, it was a regular T.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. I see a G and a T. That's what it was. Yeah. Kind of like this chunk kind of fell off. Okay. So I wanted to just touch on that. See what I got here. Okay, I got a couple of, like, before I go there. Yeah, real fast, I got us some rainbow stuff. Oh, these are just pictures that I just wanted to share, like the rainbow. What is that, a geode? A rainbow plants. I think Sandy's gonna cover that doing a rainbow, double rainbows. Rainbow. We all know about these, the rainbows. And this one just like hitting the tree. It's like incredible picture. Interesting. Isn't that an incredible picture? Look at that. Okay, yeah, and all first full circle rainbows. It's not something you hear about every day. It's all complete circle. So this is rainbow those, and this is
I'm sorry. I couldn't follow you because I didn't realize. I'm like, what is she talking about? My iPad was on his delay. So I was about to comment, and I'm like, wait,
right.
she's already past that.
Yeah, I was just wanting to share those pictures, just rainbow pictures I collected, a few of them. This is what is called a steam devil. And go back here, it's a weather thing, the steam, the fog, goes up in the clouds. Here's some pictures. Obviously this is a fog, it kind of looks like a cold place. But this is what they look like. They look like little tornadoes. But they're steam. So
Yeah, I've never heard of steam nados before.
Steam devils.
Yes, I've heard of dust devils, snow nados, but steam, no. Hey, look, learner, welcome. No.
I know.
They're connected to the steam and not the air. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
Steam devil. Yeah. I know. Well, see, Sandy, I got something you didn't know about. Okay, go on.
Curiouser. Not my reality.
I know.
Hey, I'm gonna coin that phrase if anyone hasn't taken it yet.
Yeah, yes. Brian is undergoing some what is it, tornado warnings or What's going on?
We've had several tornado warnings here in Alabama. I'm in northern Alabama, Huntsville area, and we seem to be okay. It's a severe thunderstorm warning right now.
Right now, no. Right now you have a tornado watch.
Tornado watch until 1
But you
p.m.
have a lightning alert, you have a tornado watch, a wind advisory, severe thunderstorm warning, severe storm risk, and even a pollen alert with all of that happening.
Yeah,
right
I'm not
now.
even on my laptop right now. I'm on my phone because I don't want to risk being on my laptop, in the middle of a storm.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, yeah, you don't want to
So you guys,
ruin your laptop.
pray for me and my family.
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Brian's got
Jeff.
to invest into getting a tornado shelter someday.
Hey, Jeff's in the chat. Hey, Jeff.
Yep. Lurk, learner, and Jeff. Yep.
And this is called. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and 5 lurkers. That's all. Go ahead.
Awesome. How do you pronounce this? Bagan, Myanmar.
Myanmar.
It's just a magical ancient city. It's called. Never heard of it. I'll show some pictures. Here it is. Look at that. It's amazing. This is ancient. This is an ancient city. And just, ooh, that.
Mandanimal finally found one of your live shows.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here. This is an ancient city, World Heritage Site. I don't know where any of this is, but
I've heard of Myanmar. I've never heard of Bagan or Old Bagan.
They look like no. Oh, they look like they've been kept really well, like they're. I mean, you think these were just built, just really an ancient place.
Yeah, it always blows my mind when they have intricate details like that from centuries ago. Like, how?
Yeah.
And they're huge. How?
Wow. Yeah, you think the weather would really wipe them out pretty good. Okay, ancient and Near Eastern. What is this? Oh, this is strange looking. So.
That is straight out of the Never-Ending Story. Like, straight out of the Never-Ending Story.
It is, isn't it? It looks like it.
Oh my goodness, yeah, you're right, Sandy. I didn't think about that.
Wow.
We have Mandanimals in the chat. Hey, Mandanimal.
Yeah.
Teresa, you there?
Okay, and I wanted to point out that now that these colorful rainbow shells. Look at that. I have never seen anything like that.
Well, some of them are painted, but some are not. We verified.
That looks like it was painted on there.
No, this is natural. I made sure I realized that. This is all natural. This one's not really incredible. Oh yeah, this that looks kind of like abalone.
Somebody's pulling a Bob
Ross.
Sandy.
What was this called again?
Oh, that is it's a glass. That's glass. That's
obsidian.
I forget what it's called. Abalone something. Obsidian. It's obsidian glass. I had an ashtray.
It's just amazing. I can't believe I've never heard of anything like this, but Sandy has. But this is just amazing to me. Look at that.
I had an ashtray of it. Yes, it was an antique.
Yeah. Okay, look at these. These are real shells. They're conch shells, colorful shell, rainbow. Yeah, those are amazing. More rainbow, just shells like I would have never, oh my god, believe these existed. When I used to go to the beach and stuff when I was young kid, I used to collect shells and oh my god, nothing like this. Okay, some of these may be painted on this page.
Some of them are painted, yes.
This is that obsidian again, just absolutely amazing. I never knew. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I wanted to discuss, and maybe Brian has some ideas with this. If he likes cars. Cars. I've been used to when I was younger, or you know, I'm older, but when I was younger, but not too long ago, before the Mandela Effect, there used to be a lot of old cars out on the street in the city I live. Like, just every once in a while, you'd see an old car like this. And you'd be like, oh, wow, look at that old car. I don't see them anymore. There's nowhere in the city. Nowhere. There's no
And like I said,
cars.
I think it's
But
because we're older now.
Sandy did make the point that they're probably just too old. But, so I was looking through cars, and I saw some amazing cars that are old that you wouldn't think existed, but did. So I don't know, Brian. Have you seen anything like this?
No, I can't say I've seen anything like that.
Okay, these are the kind of cars I'd see. You never
Yeah,
see
those were
anymore.
obviously around like in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, and I don't even see this. This is too old, Sandy. You're saying?
And did you ever see the muscle car station wagons?
Muscle car station wagons?
Yeah, like you could get a Ford Mustang station wagon. There was Corvette. I mean, yeah, sports cars, but in a station wagon.
But just look at this.
That's an older effect.
Never thought anything like this existed, and it's just amazing. Look at these.
Oh
Look at these,
man.
Brian.
I'm looking actually on Google Maps because there's a car that I see all the time, and it's been sitting there, so I'm assuming it's on Google Maps, but maybe not. I mean, I just think people don't take them out anymore because they're older. Yeah, there's one in Google Maps. It's always there. I'm showing it to you. It's for sale. It's always there. It's outside the body shop. And if you wouldn't mind sharing this, it's near my house.
Okay.
Like, I see these cars all the time, but only when there's a classic car show. It's the only time I see these cars on the road anymore because they're so old that no one takes them out.
Okay.
But if I don't know if you can see the image I sent you.
Okay, I will. Look at this.
Hey, guys, Eddie Von Keen says Mustang wagons were people doing that out of the factory or out of factory.
Huh. I don't know. I just remember not too long ago, but
Crystal, can you pull up? Crystal, can you, for the audience, can you pull up some of those pictures of those muscle car station wagons?
Did Sandy send? Yeah, I'm getting there.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Wkrp Performance is the one who found that a very long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, right?
Like 5 years ago or something.
I'm getting a couple pictures to send to her. I am getting a couple. Just give me a minute.
All right.
But you can show the car I sent you. That's a few blocks away from me if you want.
Okay. I'm just Okay. Yeah.
Huh, there's a Mustang wagon from 2013.
Okay. This is
A few blocks from my house on Google. It's
Oh,
still
okay.
there on Google Maps. That
Wow.
car's been outside
Right.
forever for sale.
Oh, wow.
And I just sent you the muscle wagons, including one from 2013. And then above all those pictures is the link to the Dentine Logopedia.
Okay. Yeah, Dentine. And
Other way. You might have to leave and go back to it because it just went through. There they are.
wow, look at these. Yeah, see, these are cars I don't recognize at all as being around. Maybe that one. Wow.
Welcome, everyone. We have Eddie Von Keen, Knights Light, Ann Gaynor. They've joined us since we did the last shout out. Welcome.
Look at this. What? Okay.
Eddie Von Keen says Mustang wagon for people doing that aftermarket. So they were like, buying a Mustang and then in a body shop making it a wagon.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
Right.
we lost Brian again.
Okay.
He's on his phone, so he keeps dropping out.
Check the
Okay.
backstage. Curious, or check backstage.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go to Dentine Logopedia.
I got birthdays too.
No, I don't
Yeah.
recognize that. They're merged.
I don't remember any of that. I don't remember it merged with that white Comet. I don't remember the Blue Wave Dentine.
I'm telling you, I don't remember any of these either. No, it was absolutely Dentine. I remember having a very normal looking.
And I'm sure it was normal at one
Cactus.
point, but it's not in Logopedia. I'd have to go looking to see what year it was last normal by actually searching packages.
And with these recent ones, I sure don't remember these.
All right, so in 1980,
really
still in 1980, it wasn't right. I got to tell you.
Oh my god.
I'm going to show you what it looked like in 1980. I'm going to send you a picture.
Okay.
I don't remember the curved T like that. Here, I'm sending it to you. While I'm sending you the image, do you see Brian?
I don't see Brian, no. I don't know where he is. He'll be here. Can.
So that's the original Dentine. And the only thing that looks off to me there is the T. The T looks off.
Yeah, the T does look off. It's one with the Y, which was not right merged. No. No, I don't remember that. Looks weird. Alright. Okay, well, I'm done with my stuff. Hopefully Brian will come back, everyone.
Well, Teresa wants to do birthdays. Yeah. Brian says he's trying.
Okay.
For those that just joined us, Brian's in the middle of a bad storm with tornado watches and bad wind, so he may keep dropping out. Teresa, with your birthdays. Yep.
Okay. Today is March 30th, correct? I would like to wish a happy birthday to Shane Utah. And check out his YouTube channel, Unbiased on the Fence. Happy birthday today, Shane. Tomorrow we have Macaw Leonard and Gemma Black. They both share the same birthday. April 1st, we got Mark Fewings. April 7th, Mark Wilson. Honey Ann Amaya and Jerry Hicks share April 13th. And April 20th, we got Sarah Scolard. And that's it. Happy birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's it. All right, we ready to do Mandela Effects? I'm ready. Got some good ones.
All right.
Curiouser, where do you want to start in the Flickr?
Let's
or
go
Sandy?
to Flickr.
Flickr.
What do we got here?
I don't know. Remember, there's a lot you missed.
Teresa's got a couple things here.
Yep.
We're talking about cars, so we'll just go to this one.
Okay.
All right. I'm coming. Okay. All right.
All right.
Curiouser, really quickly, Curiouser. Mandanimal remembers dentine spelled with an I, not a Y.
Yeah?
Does anybody remember that?
Could be that. In fact, I'd like to Photoshop that and see what it looks like. Yeah,
I remember.
I'm going to actually see if there's any residue while Teresa shows her folder. Go ahead.
Okay. We have covered Back to the Future extensively over the years. It seems like every few months, something else changes. Next, please. Oh, you're going to have to zoom in on that one. Okay. Okay. Sandy's covered. Go back down. I'm sorry. Go back to the bottom. All right. Sandy's covered Marty's vest and jacket changing. Now, something else on the jacket may have changed. Next. That's what Sandy found before to do with the denim jacket and then the color variation of Marty's jacket. How many pins do you remember on his jacket? In the chat. How many do you remember on his denim jacket? How many pins? Should I give him a choice?
Yeah, because I needed a choice.
1 pin, 2 pins, or 3 pins? We're not talking about the Life Vest Mandanimal. We're talking about his denim jacket. How many pins do you remember him having on his jacket? 8. Eddie. Eddie says 8. Anybody else? Curiouser, what do you remember?
I honestly can't say I do remember. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know this one.
Sandy, what do you remember? Jeff Sandoval said 2.
I remember 2.
Oh, Sandy, Brian's in the chat. Brian McFarland. What happened to you, Brian?
Is he backstage?
I don't know. Brian, are you backstage?
No, he's not.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Let's move on. Please. We remember 2 pins. The Russian art pin, which is to the right. You see the round one. And the guitar pin, which is on the left. 2 pins. But guess what? Next, Curiouser.
Comment.
What we do not remember is this weird pyramid-shaped boomerang pin. Do you remember this? Burgos, do you remember this? Do you remember this weird pin? Eddie, what do you remember? An animal? What do you guys remember? You remember this weird-looking pin?
It's Mandanimal, not and animal.
What did I call her?
You said an animal instead of Mandanimal.
Sorry. Oh, I've been having speech problems today. I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord. Since when did that happen? Hold on, wait. I'm looking for this residue for dentine with an I, and I just found another issue with something else related.
No. Virgo said no. Jeff Sandoval said no. Brian, do you remember this pen? No alien boomerang. Thank you. All right. Let's move on, Curiouser, please. Might as well. We got a lot to do. It's clearly visible in many scenes, so you'd think we would have remembered this. It looks so weird. I remember the two on the bottom, but not that weird one. Okay. Next. For those of you who only remember the round button, the only residue Sandy could find with one pen. Go ahead. Sandy found one piece of residue. The hundreds collaborated with Amblin Entertainment and sold a replica Marty jacket complete with pins. Look at that. 2 pins, no pyramid. So the recreation of this, they only have 2 pins. That's what they sold. Amblin Entertainment.
You're gonna hear dings. It's me sending stuff. Just phone on
sorry.
Teresa's. No, I'm saying sorry.
Oh. Hi, Ann Gaynor. Ann Gaynor said not sure on pins, but I've never seen that pin before. Yeah, I know. I agree. I don't remember it either, Ann.
Brian is backstage, Curiouser.
Backstage, Curiouser. Bring him on back. There you go. Oh, that's how you do it. That's cool. And this is pictures of what it looks like now. And red means current timeline. Okay. I'm going to move on to...
That's it.
That's it. So
now I want Brian, you to go to... I'm sending stuff right now from Logopedia. And the residue for dentine with an I. I don't remember Trident becoming YouTube. So I want to show you what I just found. It's in your messenger, Curiouser.
What happened to Brian's
picture? Along with dentine.
Brian,
don't worry about it. Teresa, he's on the phone. This happens to you all the time.
Sorry, I had to switch from using Chrome. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I had to switch to Samsung internet.
Sounds like what I used to go through, Brian. You're pulling a Teresa.
Hey, if anybody sees my name messed up, it says April Fool, okay?
Sandy, I covered this one a long time ago.
Right. Well, there's more to it. That's why.
What?
I remember.
I'm just saying. That triangle is way off. Okay, it's changed.
Well, the triangle moved. The triangle used to be
it moved
pointing down. Now it's pointing sideways.
Okay.
There's 2 triangles now. Yeah. But the one in the middle is international, so we would not have seen that.
Okay.
But do you remember it in a triangle?
No.
That's what's bothering me there. It's been in a triangle for years.
I don't think so. I don't think I remember. No, it still is, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 2019, the president. It's been in a triangle. I don't remember the triangle.
Yeah. Okay.
And the other stuff was dentine with an I. Did you show that?
Yeah.
Above it? There's like a YouTube video, an ad, and there's 3 things there, I think.
I don't think we're going to be able to see this very well.
Yeah, it's at the top. It says dentine gum with an I. I know you can't zoom in Messenger.
Yeah, I think that's how I remember it. That looks really familiar to me.
Hey, guys.
I don't like the Y.
Back to that last one with Back to the Future. So Ann Gaynor says, check out his purple underwear. His mom even mentions they're purple. There were there purple Calvin Kleins in the mid '80s?
Yeah, Teresa covered that one. Teresa did cover that one a while ago.
Okay.
She remembers white.
All right. Are we ready? Yes. Okay. There we go. No, this. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Teresa, you're up.
Oh, this one. Yeah. Have you ever heard of lava cactus?
Guys, we do have new ones. We do have new ones coming up too tonight. It's not just like repeats of other shows. Just giving you a heads up.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Teresa.
Yeah. This one was shown on Dan's show, brand new. And I found it. Right, Sandy? Brand new.
Yes, Teresa.
Yeah, first time shown. Have you ever heard of lava cactus?
No.
Okay, you're going to be shocked by this one, Curiouser. Go ahead. The lava cactus is a newer species found in the Galapagos Islands, specifically on fresh lava that has solidified. I'm always tongue-tied. Yeah, those are some weird-looking cactuses.
Yeah. What the heck?
Busy was making fun of the shapes of them. I won't go there. Okay, go ahead. Fizzy was cracking up on these. This cactus eats lava. This cactus is the only known species in the world to eat lava, literally draw its nutrients from the volcano rock. Yeah, Curiouser, this one's a shocking one. I know you're gonna like.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And Dan asked me, like, how do they grow if there's nothing around it to make, like how they get planted?
I don't know.
They didn't say anything about it. I don't know.
They magically appeared. Look at the weird shape of them. Look at the colors. Go ahead. There are, whoops.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at them. Go ahead.
I know. This one blew me away. I haven't posted it yet because I wanted to make sure it was on all the shows. They are known to colonize barren magma fields, making them more hospitable to other plant species and wildlife on land that would have otherwise remained barren. Yeah, I can't wait to post this one. This is a huge one for me that I found.
Yeah, you wonder if they are edible, you know.
I wouldn't try eating them. Yeah.
Oh,
and here's some more pictures of them. Variety.
That's just amazing. Oh my god. Yeah, like how do they?
You like this?
It's not like that's not soil. That's hard rock.
That's lava. Yeah, that's lava.
And you don't hear plants growing.
I know.
It
blew Dan's mind away. Scarab.
Right.
It blew my mind away too.
Yeah, Sandy was shocked by this one when I showed her. I'm like, Sandy. She's like, we got to show this one. Yeah, I got excited about this one. Yep.
No, that's really wild. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This was a good find for me.
Good find. Very
Thank
very
you.
Good find. Thank you.
Once in a while, I get lucky.
Oh, yeah. This is just incredible.
All right. What's next?
All right, here we go. Okay. There's another.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa is.
You might have to refresh Flickr if you were in there before I was done uploading.
I don't think I was. I mean, I just got in there not too long ago.
Okay.
Furniture store chain with over 370 stores in 8 states across the southern USA.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. 2 letters. Cock Furniture. So it's B blah blah Cock Furniture. What do you remember this furniture?
There's actually only 2 blanks.
There's only supposed to be 2, not 3.
It's 2 letters.
Right.
Dashes there at the bottom.
Let's see.
There's 2 letters missing. It was only in the southeast, so if you're not from that area like I'm not, you probably never heard of it. Just take a wild guess what you think it would be.
I'm from Florida, and my parents and I, when they were alive, we went there and got furniture a few times, so I'm familiar with the store. Ann Gaynor says Babcock. Babcock. Thank you, Ann. Jeff Zanzibar says Babcock. What do you remember, Curiouser, Brian?
I don't know this one.
I remember Babcock.
Thank you. Babcock for Brian McFarlane. Anybody else? What is this called? Only getting a few guesses.
Lurk Learner says Babcock.
Look Learner. Thank you, Look Learner. Anybody? Should we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is very specific to 8 states, yes.
I remember Babcock furniture, but it's always been called Bad Cock Furniture. Yes, with the
And
D.
we do want to mention that Brian McFarlane has a video on this one.
I did not
We
know
covered
that.
this a while ago, but Teresa didn't know, right?
I did not know. It happens a lot, and that we covered things years ago and comes up again. So it's like a deja vu going on here, right, Brian?
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Who would name a furniture store that? I mean, come on. Ridiculous.
And
It was
Dana's
bad.
like, I knew.
It was totally Babcock.
Oh, I know.
If that was my last name, I would change it. I would literally change it to Babcock if that was my last name. I would not walk around with a name like that. That's horrible.
And this is the current reality. You see the way it's spelled now. That looks so bad.
So crazy.
Uh-huh. And here's some residue. Babcock at the top. If you want to point it out, Curiouser, show that residue. Look at that. 100%. Manager of Babcock. Babcock Furniture. There you go. Let's look for some more residue. Next. Here's some more. What? Shut up. Shush up, phone. Babcock Furniture. Look at that. I love residue.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. I love that you can prove what you remember. Kmart and Babcock Furniture. This guy worked for Babcock Furniture. You think he'd know where he worked at. Look at that. He remembers where he works at. Just like Brian remembered Chick-fil-A. CHIC. Brian knows what it was spelled. He worked there. Right, Brian? Did he fall asleep? Brian.
Yeah. Sorry.
You remember where you worked at? Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it was CHICFILA, and one of our. I actually had an interview with one of our customers who went there like every weekend. I'd see him on a Saturday, him and his family. And there's an interview if you want to check it out. It's on my channel, where I interviewed him. And not to mention, I spoke with the operator of the. They call them operators, the people who own the franchise. Mr. Cruz, and he was my first real boss. I worked for him I did the 2 years. I did 3.5 years at Chick-fil-A. Is how long I worked there, from '96 to 2001, and I couldn't have worked for a better man, honestly. And he even admitted he remembered it CHIC, and that was pretty wild.
Hey, Michael Fontaine.
Not to mention Miss Pat, who had worked there for 24 years at Chick-fil-A. She said she remembered CHICFILA, and then she had a shocking moment when I revealed to her what it really was. It was crazy. I'm telling you, the Mandela Effect. It's not going to stop. I don't think it's going to stop. It's going to keep going.
Yep.
And not to mention, some people like my Joey remember CHIK, no C at the end. That's a weird one.
Well, that's another thing too, because back when I worked at Chick-fil-A, I was still in high school. So senior year, or like every year in my yearbooks, people would comment because they knew me from Chick-fil-A. And it's funny. I have residue of how they remembered it. It was some of them put best of wishes and all that, and they put CHIK, some of them, and some of them put CHIC, and then some of them put it in today's reality CK. So yeah, I have that as residue. I'll gladly share pictures with you guys at a later time. But yeah, I had where people had written in my yearbook.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, we'd like to see that at a later time. Definitely dig that out. Maybe for your show, we'll dig it out. That sounds good.
Sure. Yeah, I'd be glad to.
All right. Teresa? Teresa?
Yes, I'm here.
This is the infants.
Yes.
You want to talk about your incubator babies, Teresa?
I don't have my article up.
Okay, here, we'll see what we have here. This is...
we can just say that originally in 2019, Jessica Rainey posted this, but Teresa found it, so we want to give Jessica Rainey credit. Premature infants were saved by this guy because he invented the incubator. But the way he saved them was to do a quote-unquote freak show on the Atlantic City boardwalk.
Yeah.
The admission to see the babies in the incubators went towards saving the babies.
Yes.
So it's like a double-edged sword. It sucks that the babies were a show, but if it weren't for that show, the babies would have died. So it's like a grain of salt thing. And because of this man...
But he's not a doctor, though, is he?
Right. Because of this man who wasn't even a doctor, who pretended to be a doctor, we have the incubator. We have the incubator today to help save infants.
Yep. Because of this guy.
He pretended to be a doctor so that people would take him seriously about the incubator. And the show is also to prove to people that the incubators work.
I've never heard of this before. And here's some pictures. Here's pictures. Yeah, look, see? And then they had nurses to take care of them, right, Sandy?
Yes. Like I said, the proceeds from the admission all went to pay the nurses' salaries, to keep the electricity running for the incubators.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for the sideshow on the boardwalk, these babies all would have died.
Exactly.
The woman holding up that picture is a survivor. She was one of the incubator babies.
Yep.
But the article didn't show her face. So
yeah,
that's why you have a cut off face there.
Interesting. Wow, I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Eddie Von Keen says, Jill Biden, it would have been better if you put quotations. Jill Biden is a doctor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that drives me crazy when they call someone a doctor who isn't a doctor. They're a teacher or they're a professor. They're not a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a real doctor, that would really irk me. And people are getting an accolade for being a teacher or something.
Okay. This is a brand new one, hot off the press. Hot off the press, right? Thank you, Sandy, for getting this together so fast. Former United States Secretary of State,
You can say it. They have to spell it.
Madeleine Albright. How do you remember her first name being spelled? I barely just found this one the other day, right, Sandy? Like, was it yesterday?
Yes. How do you spell Madeleine?
Madeleine. And I think she just passed away, too, a few days ago also, right?
She did.
Yeah.
So Jeff Zanzibar says Madeline.
Thank you, Jeff. Anybody else? How do you remember Madeleine Albright being spelled? First name. Okay.
Okay, this is interesting. Mandela remembers Madeleine.
Oh wow.
Madelaine.
Oh wow.
Eddie Von Keen is just trolling you with a triad Madeline with an Lyne.
Okay, that's fine. He's crazy.
Not triad, dentine. Oh, I'm getting off my head. I have to tell you, I was dead asleep right before the show. Curiouser woke me up. Thank goodness.
Yes. She was gonna keep sleeping.
Sandy likes sleeping through shows.
No, she's actually really good at what she does.
All right, Eddie's saying he actually remembers Madalyn. He actually remembers the Y.
Oh wow. We remember her name as
Yeah.
Madeline.
Yeah.
But it's always been
that looks right.
Yeah, look at the way it's spelled now.
Madelynd.
Look at the way it's spelled now.
Oh my God, that looks
And
crazy.
I just found that, like, literally I think it was yesterday I found it, right, Sandy?
Yes, Ann Gaynor remembers Line.
Thank you, Ian Gaynor. Look at the way it's spelled, Madeleine. I was looking at that going, nope. And I'm like, I just found a Mandela Effect.
Yes, Zanzibar says, I have never seen that spelling in my life. That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Now, the animal was close with an Laine.
Uh-huh.
But now here's the weird thing. In the middle is her signature, and it looks like Madeline. It doesn't look like there's an extra E in there.
This is residue. Look at that. There's plenty of residue, right, Sandy?
There is a ton of residue on the news, everything.
I know. I knew her name changed. I was like, yep, that's a change. Even people with signs that wrote out signs protesting, whatever they were protesting. More residue.
Mandaniel says, looks like a made-up name. And Gaynor says, never saw that name before. I would have remembered. Hey, John Nada, welcome.
Hi, John Nada. Look at that. That one drew it, and she remembered it. The person who drew it. There you go. More residue. Yeah, this was a good one for me, Curiouser. Another one. Another good one. That's part of this one. And more residue.
There's a better version of the signature.
Look at that. Time magazine. Yep.
Yeah. Is Brian back in here?
Oh, hey guys.
Yes, she was.
Sorry
Eddie
about that.
It's okay, Brian.
Chrome decided it was going to work this time.
Brian's got a picture again.
Yay! Brian's back with a picture.
What's up with all the shifting?
What's next, Curiouser?
Okay, how about this one here?
All right.
Sandy, you're up.
You're up, Sandy. Yay.
Okay, so Brian said he covered the E's before, but we're going to be talking about other things besides the E. Do you remember the E slanted? If yes, when do you remember it becoming slanted? In Google, when do you remember the E becoming slanted?
The only time I remembered it being slanted was like 2016.
And for me, I'd never seen it slanted before that day when I made this. I've never seen it slanted before. That's totally new for me. Even though you did a video on it. Jeff Zanzibar does not remember slanted E. Mandanimal says 1984.
That's funny.
Lurk Learner says that E looks all wrong. Eddie Von Keen says Google changes it all the time. Yeah, but it's still slanted. That's the crazy part. Curiouser, do you remember the E slanted? And if so, when do you remember it going slanted?
No, absolutely not. No, never.
Never. That was what I said. All right, we can go on. So here you can see it's been slanted since 1999. And the 1999 logo prior to the slanted E, there was a number 1 for the L. And the new logo in 99 has a new feature of a font that I've never seen before, which is mirror image feet. So the top foot goes left, the serif, for those that know the word. The top serif goes left, the bottom serif goes right. And it's cut off. So it's cut off on the left on the bottom, cut off on the right on the top. I've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm.
And I have better detail on the next slide so you can see it easier. So that is completely
Sandy,
new
that was
me.
a good catch. I didn't see that before, and I didn't even talk about it in my video.
No.
In fact, if I remember correctly, that L was either it was actually a straight bar.
Right, a straight bar. Well, no, I think the one with the serifs had normal serifs. They were on both sides, and that's why you didn't think twice about it.
No, what I'm saying, it was either a number 1 looking character. You know how a lot of the L's are number 1 looking.
Yeah, like the previous
like in that first
logo
picture to the left.
Yeah.
Or it was just a straight bar. I think it was a straight bar, Sandy. Now that I think about it,
well,
straight
Brian,
up and down, vertical.
It's a serif font, so it would have to have serifs. So it would have had to have looked like a capital I.
No, but it didn't. It looked like that. It looked like that other Google image. Go down, right there.
Yeah, but Brian,
the
you're not
biggest,
listening. You're not listening.
Yeah, that
Brian.
one. That's what it looked like, but
Brian.
without the E being slanted.
Okay, but that font from 99 is a serif font. You can't have a non-serif L and everything else serif. That 1999 font had to have serifs.
I think the L just changed for you, Brian. It's changed so you can't recognize it or something.
Yeah. I think it looked like that one font, Brian, had to have looked like an I. Everything else probably looked like a bar.
I just remember a straight bar. Or the L was just a regular straight bar L.
You're making Jeff comment something in the chat that I can't say out loud, Brian.
Let's see.
Oh, that's funny, Jeff.
Wow.
Good one.
All right. Well, we're just saying the Mandela Effect is crazy. Sure. All right, go
ahead. Okay. I may be alone on this one, and it may have been covered before, but I've checked everywhere, and no one has a video or post that I was able to find. So I'm asking. Please spell the blank. H.P. Lovecraft's The Call of Cthulhu. Please spell Cthulhu the way you remember it, if you know Cthulhu. Because this isn't one that you'd probably be able to guess. If you guess, you're going to probably get it wrong. Does anyone know The Call of Cthulhu? I mean, I thought this was a pretty famous novel. I had to read it in
Wasn't this
college.
A song? Wasn't this like a Metallica song or something, Sandy?
Yes, but that was spelled differently. But they spelled it different. Like with a K or something. At least that's what I got from the chat. Okay, John Nada says CTHULU. Eddie Von Keen says they spell it KTULU. Metallica. Anybody else? So far, no one has it the correct way. And when I say correct, I mean current reality. And it's crazy that Metallica says Cthulhu when the word is Cthulhu. Cthulhu.
All right, ready to move on?
Yeah, there's a lot of realities going on with this one. And John Nada's is one of them, but not mine. But I have residue for John Nada, so. I have only ever, now this is, I spelled it wrong here. There should be an H there. That was, I don't know if I was rushing or if that was spell check, but I remember Cuthluu, Cthulhu. Cthulhu. That's how I remember it. Cuthulu. But I have seen Cathulu, Cathulu too, usually just in memes. So I have like a dual memory because I've seen it before in memes. But my main memory of the book is Cuthulu. Good. Curious, sir. It probably is the Metallica artwork. But it has always been Cthulhu. So John Nada remembers CT. I do not. I remember CUT. But John Nada does not remember the HU at the end. I don't remember two Hughes, HU, in the name. And for me, it wasn't CT like a CAT scan. It was CUT. Okay, Curious, sir. So here's current reality. Although a few of them I don't think have the HU at the end. Because again, I don't remember CT. So if it was CT, it was going red for me. And one person has C''T, which is just so wrong. Mm-mm. For those that remember CU and HU, here's some residue of people that remember that. Because you never know who'll be watching this later who remembers it this way. Go ahead, Kirsten. So mint green is CUTHULHU, which is incredibly too long for me. Well, she is the current memory, John Nada. Here's for people who remember CT, but no H like John Nada. There's residue of what you remember, John. Okay, Curious, sir.
Hey guys, we just got wind that the tornado watch has been canceled for our area, and now we just have heavy rain. That's it.
Yay, good.
That's wonderful. Great.
We're in the clear, thank God.
Yay,
Thank
Brian.
God.
You don't have to be afraid anymore, Brian.
Go put your teddy bear away now, Brian.
Yeah, there is residue, a lot of residue of what John Nada remembers, actually. For those that remember Cat, which is just adorable. Okay, Kirsten. There's a lot of residue of Cthulhu. Every time I see it this way, though, I see Cthulhu. It was Cthulhu in Ghostbusters. There was a Ghostbusters game, apparently, like a board game, and one of the creatures, that times 5, is Cthulhu. What's interesting is the top right one, they wrote Cthulhu. They actually wrote like a separate T. And I think they were just being cute because of the cat drawing. I think Cthulhu is a spoof, but I put it in here just in case people actually remember it. Like I said, I've mainly seen it in memes with cat. So here is my memory, Cuthulu, Cthulhu. Not Cthulhu, Cthulhu.
Looks like they're trying to advertise for some TV streaming service.
Jess Zanzibar says, I didn't know cat watched Hulu. You learn something new every day. So this is my memory, Cthulhu. Not, I don't know. I don't remember CT at all. I have no memory of the C butted up against the T. And no H at the end either. There was not 2 H's in Cthulhu in my past. You don't have to zoom in. They know I'm being truthful. You know, okay. It's all Cuthulu.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of residue.
This thing keeps going out, it's driving me crazy. That's the thing. When I come across something that's got all these different spellings, you never know what someone's going to remember. So I try to get residue of everything, because even though we may think the Cthulhu is a spoof, someone may say, "No, I honestly remember that." So I threw it in anyway. What's next, Curious here? You want to do the residue and logos folder? Get that one out of the way?
I got this one picked out, so.
Okay. Go ahead, Teresa. Teresa, you can read this one. It's both of us.
Okay.
Sandy and I.
I know, I got stuck here. Sandy and I have come across something new to us, nature, and we'd love to know if it's new for you too. Go ahead. Starting with my find, Ravenala Madagascarensis. I'm just guessing now the name.
That's pretty good. You did great. Good job.
Have you ever seen a tree like this before?
It looks like a fan standing up.
Weird.
No.
No, okay. Next.
Oh my.
I know. Oh my gosh.
God, have you seen this tree before? It's not a palm tree.
No. We're looking, huh? Brian, have you seen this before? This tree? plant?
No, I can't say I have.
Weird looking, huh?
It looks like a peacock.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
My first thought was a hand fan, like an old-fashioned fan.
It
Oh, you're
reminds me
right.
of a Ferris wheel. Like, it looks like a ride. Like,
Let's go ride the leaves. Burlesque.
Well, it's funny you say peacock because there's more to this besides just the shape.
Yep.
This reality just keeps getting weirder and weirder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They also come in a rainbow form, and some have purple fronds. Their seeds are electric blue and look fibrous, which is also interesting.
So there is a rainbow form, hence peacock, purple and blue fronds, and the seeds are like literally electric aqua blue. It's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Gee.
Yeah,
Michael
look at that.
Fontaine asks, is this the Egyptian tree that just popped up after 2,000 years?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'll Google it and find out.
Yeah. Another tree I came across is straight out of the Stone Age. I think this is yours, Sandy.
Yeah, go ahead. You can read it. You can read it while I look this up.
She heard of Yuka trees, but not beaked and blue yuccas. I've never seen anything like these. Even the bark has grass growing on it. Are these new for you too?
They are not the same trees, Michael Fontaine.
Whoa, look at those colors.
Those are date trees that look like palm trees.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm talking about the ones that are 2,000 years old. They haven't been seen 2,000 years, Teresa.
Okay.
They are different.
Okay.
Teresa, how did you find, which one? How did you find the fan trees, Teresa?
I found them looking in a group about strange plants and different types of plants. I belong to a lot of different groups. So yeah, it was like a group about plants, and there was somebody showing weird looking plants, and I just came across this one. That's how I found it.
All right, Teresa. Lastly, we have canna lilies, not to be confused with calla lilies.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these are completely normal looking plants, but if you take a closer look at their amazing leaves, you're going to see that they're slightly different. Okay, Curious. Their leaves are freaking gorgeous. The leaves, not the flower, is what makes this plant amazing. You'll see on the next slides. These are normal. Oh, Brian's backstage, Curious. The leaves can be every color of the rainbow. Some have rainbow colors on each leaf.
So pretty. Oh, beautiful.
Oh my God, those are beautiful. Wait, go back to the one on the left. They kind of look like donkey tails or something.
Donkey tails? What, Brian?
The one on the top left kind of looks like a donkey tail.
Don't you remember that game, Pin the Tail on the Donkey?
Yeah, Pin the Tail on the Donkey. That's what it looks like.
Shaped like those, you know.
Guys, I bet it's Pin the Tail on something else now.
Yeah, it could be.
These look like paintings to me. The leaves look like paintings. Like they're so beautiful.
Yeah, they should be painted.
These plants can grow anywhere from 1 foot, which is considered, they're called a dwarf plant, and 10 feet tall, which there's a giant canna lily, a dwarf canna lily, and then the regular ones.
Cute.
So 1 foot to 10 feet tall.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Look how big those leaves are on the top up next to the guy.
They're just beautiful. I wonder where they grow. Is it a tropical?
It's a tropical plant, yeah.
Okay.
Australia.
Mhm. All right.
Not saying they're in Mandela. I'm just saying they're beautiful, and I've never heard of them. I've heard of calla lilies. I've seen calla lilies. Never seen a canna lily or heard of them. Why am I associating those fan trees with Dubai? Let me see something. My brain is saying Dubai. Oh, because it has the Palm Islands. That looks like fan. Interesting. Oh, we're looking at logos. Is that the first one? Okay, so Dan says he's talked about these engines before in the top right. I don't remember ever seeing them though. Do you guys remember engines having scalloping on the edge? That's a United Airlines flight. Do you see the scalloping going around the edge? That's new for me. But Dan
Yeah,
says
that is
he's covered
great.
it. The rest of them, except Bull Durham, I don't remember the diamond underneath of it, and it's all merged. There's a little red diamond underneath between the R and the H. And the whole word's merged on the VHS. The rest of them are all from Disney. And I've been to Disney a lot. And I don't remember seeing all this merging. And we had that huge sea and coral reef eating oral eating, yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Wow. But you see that often with the C's being bigger than the rest of the word. Mexico's all merged. And the interventions, I don't remember the V's and the O's and all being filled in like that.
Yeah, right.
So we know that 7-Up, well, from the Mandela Effect, we know that 7-Up had lithium in it back in the day. But when I was looking up 7-Up and lithiated 7-Up, I don't remember seeing 66 lithiated lemon soda. So I threw it in here to ask if anyone's ever heard of it. It was lemon lime soda, I guess the 7-Up competitor back then, the Sprite of the 1920s, with lithium in it that peps you up and clears your head. Never heard of this, and of course it's 66. Texaco motor oil, back in the day, the X and the O was already merged. The middle image, I need to ask everyone, do you remember them adding gold fringe to the American flag for presidential speeches? I don't remember gold fringe on the American flag. That's not part of the American flag. I'd see gold fringe around state flags, other different types of flags. I've never
Wait,
seen it on an American flag before. And
could you
here
zoom
it's,
in, please? Could you zoom in, please, on that?
can you zoom in on the middle image? There's gold fringe all around the American flag behind Kennedy.
Wait,
As a matter of
look.
fact, on the right side, you can see the little hairs of the fringe. If you look
I
on the
don't know,
other side, Curious, sir.
maybe I'm receiving an update because I kind of do remember a little bit, but I mean, it looks so wrong though.
It looks super wrong. I don't remember the fringe at all. And again, the American flag is the American flag. You don't do variations behind the president. It's not like they're going to change the flag behind the president of the United States. That's so
Right.
weird. I don't understand why there's gold fringe on
Look
it.
at that logo. Oh my god.
Wait, go to the right. Go a little bit to the right. What does that say?
Oh,
Oh,
the
is that flag
Candyman.
recipe?
No, that's the weirdest Uncle Sam hat I think I've ever seen. That's all. It's got stripes. It's just the stripes in the wrong direction. And Mulan is all merged. The L's almost gone. Lotrimin. I've covered the orange O in the center before that I don't remember. The middle one is normal, the way I remember it, but now
while we're talking about medicines, what do you remember, Sandy? Do you remember omeprazole or omeprazole?
Omeprazole.
What?
Omeprazole. Omeprozale.
It used to be omeprazole. I remember pronouncing it that way.
Oh, I've only ever known it as omeprazole. I believe you, Brian, but I must have the current memory.
No, that's okay.
So the bottom left, we have a number 1 in Winston ad from the 80s or 70s.
Look at that Tuffy. He's got to have a cigarette break.
Mm-hmm. While climbing a rock.
Yeah.
So Hungry Man, it's not fully merged, but it kind of, I don't remember it touching like this. The black part is merged. The red is not. And these are old images of Hungry Man. And the dinner on the left, that is from the 70s. Can you please zoom in on the word fried chicken? I'm sorry, there were not cutouts in fonts when I was a kid. Fried chicken is all cut out. It's got like those weird cutouts in the E's, the F, the R. It's got those little wisps in the D and the C's. Fonts were not like that when I was a kid. They were not.
No, same here. No, they wanted everything just plain and clear and nothing fancy.
I would love to see a better version of this font, but that's the only image I could find in the commercial. And it's such a bad... That looks merged, but I can't prove it's merged. They can't find an image of it. But I can show you in the next image, the bottom... Yeah, look at Los Angeles Magazine.
Sorry. Those letters in that last one you just showed kind of resemble the Home Depot or Home Depot lettering.
Yeah, it does. The bottom left is a Hungry Man hat, and you can see they have the MAN merged. But yeah, Los Angeles Magazine. You can see it's from 1990. I can't. Things were not like this when I was a kid. They were not. So again, guys, if you remember your fonts looking like this your whole life, that's fine. They didn't look like this when I was a kid.
Hey,
Things were blocky. They were separated. Yeah.
Sandy, show them the Revlon if you can. The Revlon logo, you know? That one's all merged.
Yeah, I know. It's merged. The O is broken.
We found that. I know. We found that one like 5 years ago or something like that, but it still bugs me to this day.
Well, 5 years ago, we were talking about the fact that it was Revlon, not Revlon. It was Revlon, like Chevrolet. You know what I'm saying? Like there was an E there that dropped off.
The A in this one's getting ready to merge with itself.
Also, that T is just so messed up. I can't.
Yeah.
But honestly, I've never seen that logo before. What I have seen is the lower ones. I don't remember that heart. I don't remember the merging. The G is on top of the B for some odd reason. That's the way it was when I was a kid and I was buying Tiger Beats.
No,
and the bottom one, get out of here with those triangles.
No. No, nothing like that. No.
Now, this was the one I bought the most as like a 12-year-old.
No, this whole line up here did not exist. Yeah,
no.
you just pointed that out, right?
No, I do remember a line, but it was a separate line. It wasn't attached to the letters.
Attached, yeah. God.
All right, so Land of the Lost. I don't remember that line underneath the AN. Or the line above the E. It would be like, they, Land of They Lost. I just don't remember it. It's always been there, except for the one with Will Ferrell. That's how I remember the logo. I remember it looking normal,
Too.
like
Wait,
like.
you talking about? Are you talking about the 1990s TV show where they were riding in a Jeep Grand Cherokee and they fell through the Earth's crust? You talking about that one? Is it a TV show? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
I lost Sandy. What's going
I think
on?
I think it's a
Hello?
screen bug. Sandy.
Uh-oh. It's frozen.
Yeah, I don't remember that line there either. I agree. That looks so wrong.
Mm-hmm. Oh, something's going on. Sandy. Okay. Oh, there she is. Okay.
My old one you have to kick out manually. I got kicked out of StreamYard. There you go.
Okay. Home Depot.
Okay, so now we're at the stuff that I remember. There's a Lowe's with no apostrophe, but it is a map, but still. I still gave it a green circle, but Home Depot's no the on maps.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's not even getting the name right without the duh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So here we have Captain and Captain at the same time. A little British flag residue. We have the headband and the wristbands that I found. No, I didn't find the headband. Teresa found the headband. Or money bags.
Okay,
Teresa, who found the headband? Was it you or money bags?
Teresa's out.
Teresa?
What?
The headband. Was that you or money bags that found the headband?
Headband from what?
Richard Simmons.
Ooh, I don't think I found that one.
I think that was money bags. I found the wristbands
so.
though.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I need to explain that image in the top right. So Zelensky has two eyes now. That is actually President Trump and his handwriting. So when Trump was president, this is his speech that he was reading that someone took a picture of. Now I don't know if that's his handwriting, but that's his speech. That's his thumb. There's only one line there, not two.
I'm curious. I'm curiouser and curiouser here to know. Because he did play the voice of the bear in Paddington Bear. So I'm wondering what the credits say. I'm wondering if the credits spell his name correctly. Have you looked?
Oh, I'll go look in a minute. But first, there's some residue for Curiouser of the purple on top rainbow. And a Coca-Cola with no dash for those of you that remember that.
There we go. I missed that rainbow. Okay.
Coca-Cola residue with dash.
Dash, good.
I'm having a hard time finding it in English with his name, Brian.
Oh, really? You mean with the one Y? You see two Ys?
No, I mean like it's not in it's in Cyrillic instead of
It's talking about
like our
Paddington
alphabet.
Bear. The cast of Paddington Bear.
I know, but Paddington Bear's in other countries. I'm not. What I'm saying is I'm not seeing a credit for his voice in English.
Oh.
In other words, it's going to take, I'm going to have to watch a video, go to the credits, and get it that way. I can't just find an image. So this is credit Anthony Rogers. I believe it's from Futurama, with a better version of the Mona Lisa than she is now. Not smiling, and the eyes aren't smiling. That's how I remember it. The eyes were not smiling. Okay, cigarette ads. Do you guys remember Real Fact cigarettes? I don't remember
No.
either of these. I don't remember Real cigarettes, Fact
Oh
cigarettes. I
my
don't remember cigarettes
God.
with a colon on them.
Oh,
It is so weird.
oh wow.
And I've never seen it. All the weird cigarettes we found, I've never seen one with a pregnant woman. Well, now there's one.
Not good.
But the Real Fact cigarettes, especially that font where it's all merged, it's cut off on the side. I don't know. I've never heard. And
Wow.
it says like the Fact cigarettes are supposed to be lower tar. We have smoke scrubbers in our filter. Like, this is weird. I've never heard of these. Has anyone heard of these cigarettes? It's so weird. It's weird that I found these two together in Real Fact. Oh, that's weird.
Low gas. Low gas? Huh? What is low gas? Come on.
Yeah, low
Come on.
gas, low tar. I don't even know what that means.
Oh my God. Alright.
Okay, so the top left, we have credit to Hazel Fiver. It's got a red bar flag and a double line dollar sign and a woman's face with long hair instead of the hair pulled up in that weird chignon, whatever that is. I don't know what it's called. Then we have credit Brian McFarland. Brian, this is your car, correct?
Yeah, with the daylight savings time. My Nissan Murano actually has it right.
Yeah, it's in the old reality still.
Yep. Well, to be fair, my vehicle is a 2015 model, so I don't know if newer models have it differently, or if Nissan, the people who program it, remember actual like daylight savings time. So I'd have to check a newer model, just to be sure.
So this is a logo from 1989, again in Disney. AT&T is already merged in 1989. This is the front of the elephant is what I remember. The back is the current reality. And there's no like mane of fur on the. I don't remember the mane of fur on the giraffe. I think maybe it's Mandela had also talked about it. That does not have the mane of fur on the back of the giraffe like I remember. Mandela, that's a good point. Maternity clothes were not form-fitting back then. They were like baggy and. So it's still upside down, but at least it's an IV for a 4. We have South America, Blood North American's comic. And a red bar flag in the Goodwill in Las Vegas.
Alright.
All right, now we can get to the new folders. Curiouser didn't have a show for 2 weeks, so there's a lot of stuff she didn't cover. But if you're getting close on time, Curiouser, make sure you do the ones on the top, the newer ones.
Yeah, we've done quite a bit of that already, but all right, let's oh, here,
yeah, there's a lot of new ones. My albums aren't loading, so I can't tell you what they are. Oh yeah, there's the Stevenson novel, there's The Avenue, there's Wkrp. There's quite a few that we haven't covered yet.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get to much more because I gotta work tomorrow and all that. Okay, here we go. And this looks interesting. What's this local Mandela location?
Yeah, so guys, you are not going to know this one. This is a local one to me, but hopefully with the residue I have, you're going to know that this is definitely a Mandela effect. Okay? So, an exit that I drive past every single day on the way to Rutgers and that I used to take when I drove a pickup for work has changed.
Wow.
That's just Rutgers. That's just an over thing of Rutgers. And this is not the exit we're talking about. It's just Rutgers exit. You don't have to zoom in or anything. I just have to read it.
Uh-huh.
While I do not expect anyone to know this, I will present enough evidence that this is a certifiable change to my reality. I grew up hearing the name of the street in Camden. My grandparents lived in Camden, and my dad worked in Camden. This isn't just a random street or exit. Like, I've heard this street name my whole life.
I believe
The
it.
street was Kane Avenue, and now it's Kane's. An S has been added on. It was always Kane Avenue.
Wow.
I have no idea what Balzano is either. That's like totally new to that sign. Okay, so I'm waiting for it to get on my screen so I can read it. Going back to newspapers and maps, it was originally called Kane's with an S, Point Avenue, later changed to Kane's Avenue. It has never been just Kane. Always had an S on it. And here you're going to see on the left, the map says Kane's Point. And on the right, it says Kane Avenue. Like, oh my God, this one upsets me because it's where I grew up. Like, I didn't grow up in Camden, you know what I'm saying? It's my area. We lost Brian again.
Yeah.
And that's from the 1877 City Atlas of Camden, New Jersey. All right, so when I was a delivery driver for my stepdad's machine shop, I'd have to deliver to Duro Plating, this company, if you want to call that little building in Camden and Company. It was. He had this whole setup. It was probably an OSHA violation just being there. But his business card now says Kane's, and they again have written Kane Avenue. Michael Fontaine, do you remember Kane's Avenue or do you remember Kane? That's Joe, who I used to take the parts to be plated. I didn't finish reading it. I don't know if I need to read anything else. Oh, I used to drive there at least once a week for drop off parts to be plated, pick up parts that were done. Another person, curious, I have to read it first. I have no idea what we're looking at. Another person from my reality is the person who owns and named the Kane Avenue Baptist Church. So on the building it says Kane Avenue, but it's on Kane's Avenue with an S.
Wow. Right.
I think this just changed. I have to remember, like, in a year from now to go back and see if the church is Kane's Avenue.
Yeah. It keeps changing.
So here's more Kane Avenue Baptist Church. That map actually says Kane Avenue. Yeah, it was just before Campbell's. Yes. So countless clippings and ads all remember Kane Avenue, but it's always been, I have to wait for it, I'm on a delay here. But it's always been Kane's. I'm sharing this with you to remind you that sometimes the biggest Mandela changes are the ones that only we can see because they're local to us. There could be changes all around you.
Yeah, there's street changes here. I know that. Streets, name changes. Yeah.
Oh, I'm reading the comments. John, I thought I emailed you. I'll have to see if it went through. I've already covered that one. The nursery rhyme. We covered that in 2020. Is that the one you're talking about, or are you talking about a different one? So that's the top is a blow up of the image below it. You don't have to zoom in. There's so much residue of Kane Avenue. It's insane. That's why I think it just changed, because there's still tons and tons and tons of residue of Kane Avenue.
Right.
Oh wait, this one, stop. I think they're trolling us. I figured out why it's like this, but really, ME. See Merchantville?
Right. Oh
Okay, so what it is, I
yeah.
figured it out after the fact, is that it's a phone number. Back in the day, the phone number was NE84266. I don't know why they did the numbers that way, but they did.
Wow.
Because if you look below it, Woodlawn's the same way, WO37093. So that's how, but still, Merchantville, ME, that's the one that's big, is the ME. So I'm like, you know what, that's still trolling us.
Yeah, really.
It is a change, John Nada. I covered it. Give me a minute. I'll tell you exactly when I covered it. I covered a lot of nursery rhymes at the same time. March 9th, 2021, and CLE 2020, April of 2020. I wrote, it was always Itsy Bitsy Spider in my past. In his, I was talking about my ex-boyfriend from the 90s, remembered Inky Dinky. And we had a little joking around, fight over it. He was like, Inky Dinky. And I'm like, no, it was Itsy Bitsy. So that was like technically the first Mandela Effect for me back in 1992. But yeah, I did
Mhm.
cover it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And it's not just Inky Dinky, Itsy Bitsy, John Nana. If you read it, um, there's actually a different. If you're not going to do them all, do the other one first. This one's not new. The other one's new. Or you're going to do both of them. Here, sir.
Huh? What
Are
did
you
you
going to
say?
do the other one too?
What other
I said
one?
if this is going to be the last one, don't do this one. This one's older. The other one's new. Unless you're doing
Ah,
both, then it doesn't matter.
okay, we can do both. Go ahead.
Okay. But there's more to that nursery rhyme that's changed than just Itsy Bitsy, Eensy Weensy, or Inky Dinky. Yeah, all three are in there. All right, so actor best known for his role as Dr. Johnny Fever on the 1970s, early 80s TV show WKRP in Cincinnati. His name is Howard Hessman. Please spell Hessman in the chat. Jeff Zanzibar says Hess. Is Brian backstage, Curiouser?
I didn't see him. No.
Mandanimal is taking an update as we speak. Michael Fontaine says 1S Hessman. Mandanimal says 2S Hessman. We can totally do it. Well, I'll set up a rewind for Brian's show. The next show's Brian's show, so I'll set up a rewind for Brian's show on it. Anyone else with Hessman? Curious or Teresa, you want to chime in?
Hessman.
Teresa, are you still with us? I don't think Teresa's with us anymore.
What, Sandy? Sorry.
There she is. How do you spell Howard Hessman's last name?
Oh, that's easy. I used to watch the show all the time. Hessman, 100%.
Do you want to read this one to keep you awake?
Yeah, I might need that.
Okay, go ahead. Teresa, you can go on. Teresa can read.
I have always known his name to be Hessman. Exactly. Hessman. I agree with that. But it always been Howard Hessman. It looks weird. Hesseman. Do you remember the E in the middle of his name? I don't.
I don't either. That's horrible.
And he just passed away not too long ago, too. What, about a month ago or less?
January 29th, I believe.
Yeah, a couple months ago. And there's some residue. Sandy found tons of residue for Hessman. Look at that. Curious.
So did you. You helped.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I helped, too. I helped. Sorry, I'm just getting tired. Howard Hessman. How do you guys remember it? John Nada remembers Hessman.
Does anyone listening right now to our show remember an E in the middle of his name? Because I do not.
I don't. Next. More residue. That was a good show, Sandy. Wkrp in Cincinnati.
Yes, it was. I remember that clearly.
Yeah, I watched that a lot. Howard Hessman.
And Daniel is covering their eyes.
And I used to watch that in Ohio, Sandy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Everybody watched WKRP, which is why the second Mandela Effect blows my mind.
But Cincinnati, Ohio, and I was in Ohio too when I was watching.
Question number 2. Do you remember a spinoff of WKRP in Cincinnati? If yes, what do you remember it being called? I don't remember a spinoff. Do you, Curiouser?
No way.
And Sandy don't remember.
Wait, don't go on yet. I want to see if the chat knows.
Oh no.
Chat, do you remember a spinoff? And if so, what was the name?
Yeah.
So Jeff Zanzibar remembers it, and I know he remembers it because he told me when I told him. He was the only one that remembered it. John Nada says no, and Jeff Zanzibar says the new WKRP. So now that we had both a no and a yes in the chat, we can move on.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
It's funky how clear my memories are of WKRP, even though I was very young when it first aired. But the spinoff, which aired when I was a bit older, I have zero memory of it. Do you remember the new WKRP in Cincinnati?
No way.
I have no memory of this. And I was in high school. No memory.
The spin-off sequel only retained 3 original cast members, but did well enough to be renewed for a second season. In total, 47 episodes from 9/7/1991 to 5/2/1993. Am I the only one who doesn't remember this?
Yeah, and that's when you know your show's real well in high school.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's weird.
Move on, please. Next.
There's no way. No.
And
Alright.
this is what Sandy found regarding. Oh, go ahead. You got it. This is, I imagine there was only a couple of them that looked familiar, correct?
Yeah.
3 people. I think the guy, yeah. I don't remember this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. November 1st, 1991. Here's more pictures of the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember any of this, guys.
I just find it weird that I completely remember the original series from when I was a little girl and have no memory of this as a teenager. I loved the first one. Why wouldn't I love the second one?
Interesting.
That's so weird.
But Jeff said we didn't miss much. It was not good, even though they renewed it for a second season.
All right, what did you want for this last folder? You said a new one. I mean, we went through the new one.
No, there's another new one. Hold on. The Stevenson novel. Between Wkrp and Kane Avenue.
There it is.
Yep. So here's the last folder tonight, guys. It's a new one, and this one you can actually answer on. And Teresa, if you want to read it, you can. This last one's water. I'd rather just mute.
All right, I'll do it. Okay. This is the last one?
Last one for tonight.
Oh, okay, cool. What is the name? I'm sorry. What is the title of this 1886 classic novel written by Robert Louis Stevenson?
We can't say the name because that's the problem.
And what does that picture look like to you? Think of the book. Can we give them a clue? No, I guess we can't.
Doctor is in the title.
Doctor.
And so is Mr. Doctor and Mr. are in the title. That's all I can say.
Yes. What do you remember this being called? Very famous book and movies, correct? Books. Not seeing nobody guessing. John Nada said Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Right.
Great guess, John Nada. Awesome guess. Anybody else? What do you remember this being called? Man Danimal says Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
All right, I think we're going to go on now. All right.
Yep. I have only ever known the book to be called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The film and the theater verse is still used the title I remember, and sometimes just use Jekyll and Hyde. Go ahead.
And I'm going to have to look up that spelling man Daniel used because it looks right to me too. Jeckyl. I'm going to have to look up that spelling.
Oh, yeah. But the book title isn't what I remember. Now it's called...
Yeah, go ahead, Teresa.
The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
You guys remember The Strange Case?
I don't. Weird, huh? Do you remember The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? The Strange Case was never in the title in my past. So weird. Next. Some are missing the in the beginning of the title too. That is
so
weird.
Some of them are Strange Case.
That looks
The
weird.
Strange Case. the first edition doesn't even have the actual first edition of the book says strange case of, which is weird.
And there's some different pictures of it. What do you think, Curious? Or what do you remember?
Definitely not the strange case stuff.
No.
No.
Looks so off. And there's some residue. Sandy remembers, I remember, and Curious remembers.
Yeah.
Always been that for me.
Yeah.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, that's simple, yeah.
100%.
All right, guys. I think we're going to say goodnight, and it's been a great show.
Yep. It's 2 hours almost. A few more minutes.
Thank you for hanging out so late with us. We started our late today.
Late one tonight.
Yes, thank you everyone for coming. And sorry where Brian had to leave, correct?
Yeah, he did.
I guess he did because he hasn't come back.
Yeah.
He was going to come back and then, I don't know. But, yeah. We'll see him again. All right, everyone. Everyone have a good night. Thanks for joining. And we'll see you next time.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.